Hello everybody, my name is Paige. Welcome to my channel, Paperbacks and Lattes. Today I want to tell you the ebooks that I hauled in March. So these are all the ebooks that I hauled in March, and let's go ahead and get started. The first one is Shutout by Jami Davenport. This is the first book in the scoring series. Easton is a professional hockey player, but he feels empty and feels like his life is missing something important. Caroline is a single mother after her husband dies, but the DNA test run on her twins shows that her deceased husband is not their father, but instead the man who turned his back on her all those years ago. Can two strangers make a family? So of course the stranger, or the man from long ago, would be Easton, the hockey player. So he actually turns out to be her twins' father. The next one is Inferno, Werewolf Romance. This is by Vaughn. This is the first book in the Smoky Falls Wolves series. Juliet is a werewolf trying to acclimate herself to the human world. She takes a camping trip with her human friends and runs into a pack of male werewolves looking for their mates. Roman is the alpha of his pack, and when he sees Juliet, he discovers the very woman who can steal his heart and help him lead the pack. The next one is Baby It's Cold Outside by Kait Nolen. This is the first book in Rescue My Heart series. Harrison is a former Army Ranger and is staying in the mountains in East Tennessee. He is there for rest and relaxation and running from the ghosts of his past. Ivy is a writer and needs to get away for peace so she can write. She doesn't plan on driving off a mountain, and Harrison rescues her. The next one is If I Can't Have You by Iris Morland. This is the third book in the Thorntons series. Abby is a nurse and has no time for dating after a bad breakup. She tells a white lie to her mother when she presses Abby about settling down. Abby tells her she is dating Mark, the handsome and gruff rancher. Mark finds out about Abby's lie and strikes a deal with Abby. He will keep quiet regarding their make-believe relationship if she comes to live at the ranch to help until his broken arm heals. The next one is Muric Morocc, however you pronounce that, by Lisa Probz. This is the first book in the Vardic King Chronicles series. This is a sci-fi romance, and each book in the series is a standalone. So Jasmine is a thief and is caught by the feline king, and she runs, but doesn't get very far. A humanoid is wanting company for a long trip and is offering for help for a cost. The next one is Falling for Her Ex by Chrishaun Life. This is the third book in the Falling For series. Lena is an aspiring writer and she's afraid to publish her work, but when she secretly shares her book with her publishing boss, he tells her it's no good. Her ex finds out and he has plans of his own for getting her back. The next one is Weekend Wife by Erin McCarthy. This is the first book in the Sassy in the City series. This is a fake fiance romantic comedy standalone. A billionaire businessman is in need of a fake fiance, and the heroine has to act the part. The next one is Who Will Save Your Soul by Skye Warren. This features 4 novellas by Skye Warren. Each standalone ends in a happily ever after. The first one is Who Will Save Your Soul? Emily's a pathological liar. When her life is at stake, will anyone believe her? The next one is Mafia Cinderella. This is one dress, one dance. Lucia has one chance to change her life and the lives of her family. The third one is Bedtime Story. Jessica is on the run when her car breaks down. A small town sheriff can't be her knight in shining armor. And the fourth one is Heavy Equipment. Cold, rough, merciless, the foreman of the construction crew is going to make her pay every last cent. The next one is Squall Line by Gwyn Mcnamee. This is the first book in the Inland Seas series. This is a modern day pirate romance. Warwick is on Grace's ship, When he's out on the water, he's in control and doesn't make mistakes. But the fiery redhead destroyed his plans. He took her and her life in his hands. The next one is A Model Fiance by Nikky Kaye. The hero is famous and shouldn't ask Audrey to be his fake fiance. She is his best friend's little sister. The next one is the Sizzling Dragons box sets by Alisa Woods. This is a box set of 3 dragon shifter romances. The first one is Kiss of a Dragon, the second is Heart of a Dragon, and the third is Fire of a Dragon. The next one is Love Unbroken by J.H. Croix. This is the 3rd book in the Diamond Creek, Alaska series. Emma escapes to Diamond Creek after a disastrous marriage, and she gets the chance to get to know her newfound sister. Trey is a single dad, a wilderness pilot, and a lawyer, and he blows her away with just a smile. The fire between Trey and Emma burns too hot to be ignored. The next one is Hunting Wolf by J.K. Harper. This is the 3rd book in the Black Mesa Wolves series. Caleb is quick to fight with dangerous rogue wolves threatening his pack. He must be a ruthless hunter. Then he meets a she-wolf. Riel is denying her wolf the wild side. She meets Caleb and he arouses her on a primal level, the part she's always denied. The next one is Falling for a Rake by Eve Pendle. This is the 1st book in the Fallen series. He's the most notorious rake in England. She's a perfect lady. Neither are what they seem. Lady Emily can't afford a scandal. Her sister's debut is just weeks away. She kissed Lord Marshall and puts everything she's worked for in jeopardy. He wants her desperately, but even with a fake engagement is too good for him. The next one is Zylonn's Human Bride by Sue Lyndon. This is the 1st book in the Tarquin Masters series. Nova is chosen to leave Earth and becomes the bride of a huge, fierce-looking alien named Zylonn. After she arrives, he catches her speaking out against the trade agreement and promises her a strapping. He's determined to tame her, claim her, and make her his in every way. An old enemy threatens their union, and he's forced to reveal a secret side of himself no one has ever seen. The next one is Rebel Soul by L.K. Farlow. This is the 2nd book in the Rebel Love series. West comes from old money, and he learns the condition of his trust fund: produce an heir before he turns 25. He asks his longtime friend Stacia to have his baby, and he pulls out all the stops to woo her, and she finds herself falling for him. The next one is Hate to Date You by Monica Murphy. This is number 4 in the dating series. Stella works as a barista at her family's cafe, and they are very overprotective of her and barely lets her out of their sight. Carter is burnt out from selling high-end real estate. He's not sure what to do next and needs somewhere to crash temporarily. Stella suggests for Carter to move in. They had a one-night stand years ago and never talked about it. Old chemistry has come back. Living together has made that obvious. The next one is Spinning Out by Lexi Ryan. This is the 1st book in the Black Hawk Boys series. Football was all that mattered to the hero until he threw it all away with a semester of drugs and alcohol. Now he's suspended from the team, on house arrest, and forced to spend a semester at home. Sleeping in the room next to his is his best friend's girl, Mia, the only woman he's ever loved, but she's off limits. She works for his dad, and her heart belongs to someone else. But since the accident that killed her brother, she walks around like a zombie. They are both stuck in limbo until she saves him from his nightmares. He can't rewrite the past, but he can't leave her heart in the hands of fate. For this girl, he'd climb into the sky and rearrange the stars. The next one is Dark Dragon's Mate by Anastasia Wilde. Trish of the Silver Lake Pack is hiding a dark secret. Her wolf has gone rogue, overcome with murderous rage that blanks out Trish's consciousness when she changes. If anyone finds out, she'll be imprisoned by the Shifter Council or even put down. Her only hope is the dark-winged dragon, Amon, the exiled prince of as lost Draken clan. His mental powers might be the only way to reach her wolf and heal her broken mind. The next one is Broken Love by Jillian Dodd. This is number 2 in the Crawford Brothers series. As a teen, Kait crushed on Palmer, but Palmer was his best friend's little sister, and she was off limits. As an adult, he's still in love with her, but couldn't act on it because not only being his best friend's little sister, she is his talent manager. But she was always good at breaking rules, and they decide to have a secret relationship. But they soon break up when they argue about something with the job. And Kait loses his best friend. Her brother finds out, and he loses his best friend and the love of his life. 6 years later, they all still hate each other, but the universe keeps throwing them together. Is this Kait and Palmer's second chance at love, or are they going to repeat the past, leaving them with broken hearts? The next one is Not Quite Perfect by Gretchen Galway. This is the 3rd book in the Oakland Hills series. April is not like her brothers. She doesn't have an Olympic gold medal and millions in the bank. She doesn't even have a place to live, and she's forced to move back home with her mother and grovel for a job from one of her brothers. Zach has been too serious for years. After losing his wife to cancer at 26, he's done nothing but work on his consulting business. He meets April at a new job. She makes him laugh, she turns him on, and he begins to wonder if it's time he broke a few rules. The next one is Frenched by Melanie Harlow. This is number 1 in the Frenched series. The heroine gets dumped by her fiance a week before the wedding. Her plans involves nothing more than ice cream, a blanket fort, and a bonfire of his possessions. But her friends convince her to get away, and she goes to Paris for a single moon. There she meets him. Is it the seduction of Paris, or could this be the real thing? And the last ebook of the month of March is The Kingmaker by Kennedy Ryan. This is number 1 in the All King's Men series. So the hero and the heroine meet when they are both there to protest a pipeline, I think, going through the Native American territory. So, of course, it's Kennedy Ryan. It's going to be amazing. I've heard amazing things about that series, and I had to have the first book. So those are all of the ebooks that I hauled in March. Let me know if you've read any of them or if any of them sound interesting to you. I hope you guys have a great day, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.